Alright, so we're on the way to the service center and we gotta get these things sorted out. You can see the bike had fallen a little while back and there is some damage. So while it's also going for service number 2, we have to get some of these issues sorted out. We've already ordered for parts and hopefully they've arrived. It's been a month since they've actually ordered, but hopefully things are back. Alright, well, good afternoon YouTube. It's afternoon, it's afternoon in late June. We're actually nearly at the end of the month. Anyway, so it's an afternoon. We're at the very end of June, and yeah, I know it's been a while since we had put up any sort of videos online. So why am I going out today? Well, some time back, this bike unfortunately had fallen down and had suffered a little bit of damage. So the number plate, the mounting bracket that's down, the number plate that is bent, the number plate rattles when I'm riding. There are scratches on the windscreen. There are scratches on this hand guard over here, this one, and all of that is, needs to be taken care of. Actually needs to be taken care of quite some time back. So this happened back in December, and you're like, wow, dude, December and we're in June, why is it not yet done? Yeah, and that's not the only thing. We also have like a little bit of damage in the back because when it fell down and then fell sideways. So it took a little beating all across. And I went to the Yamaha service center because I wanted to do things the right way. I wanted to get original parts, original accessories. I mean, this is a new bike obviously, so you want to take care that whatever you're putting into it, you're getting genuine parts. You're being 100% genuine, right? So that was my whole objective. So I went to the Yamaha service center. I placed the order, although I placed it somewhere around, I think Feb maybe? Feb or March, I don't remember exactly when. Why Feb or March? Well, we were busy all through December, January and February for the most part. Okay, so that's the reason why the delay. Yeah, so I finally went ahead, placed the order, thinking that okay, this is like Yamaha service center, so they should have the parts or something. But well, fair enough. It's not like everyone owns an FZS25. It's not like everyone has a need for these parts, so they don't have it in shop, right? So they say that it will take a little while. They place the order and things will come through. Well, we're now in June. Okay, so that means that from then onwards, from March, right? So March went by, April I got my second service done on the bike. They didn't have the parts that time. They said it will take time, and I had been calling them up continuously just to check and see what the update was. Where is it, how long is it going to take? Because the lockdown had eased off, but then after that the lockdown again kicked in, and when the lockdown kicked in with the second wave and everything coming in, further delays. Now, is it Yamaha's fault? Is it the service center being lethargic? Is it Yamaha India's attitude, which is kind of lethargic again? I don't know. I mean, I can have n number of assumptions, and I can say that my experience is not good. Well, my experience is not good. my experience is not good. But is it necessarily their fault 100%? I don't know. Okay, so I am going to cut them some slack and say that, considering that there is this pandemic, there is a possibility that the pandemic has had a significant part to play in this delay, right? Trust me, I actually like Yamaha, I like the brand, but they don't really have the best reputation when it comes to after sales service, and that's probably because it doesn't have the kind of network that some of its competitors have, especially if we talk about Bajaj or even KTM. Actually, through Bajaj, I think they've got awesome reach, right? Honda has got pretty decent reach, but Yamaha unfortunately doesn't have that good of that. It's not present everywhere. Also, I don't stay in the very center of any city or a metropolitan area that would have showrooms all over the place. I'm staying in outside in the suburbs, right? And so for me to go to my nearest showroom, that's roughly about 12 kilometers. Shouldn't be such a big deal, but 12 kilometers with traffic sometimes can be a royal pain. So yeah, I'm currently on my way there now because they're saying that the parts have come, and hopefully my blue baby over here will look new again. So our agenda today is just go in, get this bike sorted, get all the parts fit and looking brand new again, maybe get it washed because that has to be washed. Yeah, so I was saying that my friends as well, we've all been talking about when do we go on our next ride, when do we go on the next ride, and that's the general feeling. When do we go on our next ride? Where do we go? There are a lot of places to go, but the question is when and how can we go? I don't know. Let's see. So I got a question from a viewer recently asking me how does the bike handle on hairpin bends, right, on hairpin turns going uphill. Well, the answer is this bike has a very torquey motor. You twist the throttle and it's ready to go. You need to be in the right gear. Obviously you can't just be sitting on one gear and expecting that it'll perform the same everywhere in all circumstances, all conditions. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to keep shifting gears to ensure that it is in the right band. But besides that, going uphill, I think most bikes would be able to do it depending upon the inputs that it's getting from the rider. This bike is pretty forgiving, that even though I am sometimes in the wrong gear, a higher gear than I ought to be in, it'll still manage the job. It'll still do the job, right? I have my ride to Marcheran video where there are a series of hairpin bends, and we managed quite a few of those without any problems. I think only one bend where it was a very steep climb immediately after the turn was where I had to kind of like acknowledge, okay fine, I am on the wrong gear, and change it. But otherwise this thing can handle hairpin bends without any problem. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video over here and maybe capture a couple of scenes at the showroom. Alright, so we reached the showroom. Where do I put her? Anyways, I'm not here to see that person's bike, but this is the guy that I am supposed to meet. So let's see. Okay, camera's off. But we're trying to get. Here are the things we're trying to get corrected. So unfortunately, this tail is bent. Tail light took some beating. There are scratches over here when it had fallen. Not sure if it's able to focus. That plate even here on the pipe. Yeah, well, I'd like to imagine Gadi pura okay hoega, like he's saying. But yeah, so here number plate bracket. I'll just show you. See this? Shakes quite a lot. Okay, the visor's taken some beating. So yeah, all of these things need to be taken care of. Otherwise, the bike is beautiful. So let's see. Okay. So yeah, what's the story now? There's the Yamaha showroom. Alright, so the story right now is that it's gonna take some time. They've got like a lot of bikes that are there with them, and they cannot do the job right now. So they're saying, let me try and see if I can get a better angle. Okay, so they're saying that I'll have to probably come in tomorrow. Let's see. If it happens tonight, it happens tonight. So let me see what happens, alright? I keep looking at that because I'm looking at the screen. I'm recording this on my phone. I don't know how good the audio is, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Let's see. How do we go? Boy. Okay. So we are back. Where are we? We're back at the showroom actually. We're back at the service center. What are the things this guy's done? Well, they've got a replacement visor. So the visor has been changed. There's new knuckle pads fit in. Okay, feels good. In case of the old one, number plate and bracket, they're the same, but they're riveted again, so it's better. Side panels look good. Hey, फिर check कर रहा, ठीक से देख रहा. Okay, I think it's good. Thanks, yaar. Oh, so time to go home. Okay, so yeah, most of the work is done. I am happy with the way it looks. There are some things that I'll probably get fixed later on, but otherwise for the most part it is done. So hey, she's looking a whole lot better. She needs a wash, a good wash. But right now I think all the joints will be closed, so we'll get that done later. Okay, so what's my take of Yamaha's service? My expectation, Yamaha being a Japanese brand, a brand that is reputed for quality, in terms of the build of the bike, I can say that it is very good. It's a solid, well-built bike, I'd say, quality-wise. But in terms of the service, right, the service staff, the after-sales service, it does leave a lot that is desired for. And you know, that may be the case with almost all of the manufacturers, and in a lot of cases people's experiences haven't been that great. Now I'm not talking only about Yamaha, but in quite a lot of manufacturers. But my expectation from Yamaha was that, you know, this is going to be a better experience because it's a bigger brand, right? It's a reputed brand and so on and so forth. It didn't really live up to my expectations. Maybe I expected more from them, right? Maybe I overestimated who they are or what they are, or maybe that's just an overestimation of, you know, the people over here. However, you know, today's interaction, although it is very late and everything, I appreciate the fact that, you know, where they said it is going to take time, they said that it will take a day to get the job done because they already had so many bikes lined up and, you know, so much of service that was left for all the other vehicles that they couldn't really do my bike now. But because I said that I couldn't come tomorrow, I'll be working, and, you know, I just can't get up and say like, okay, I gotta go and pick my bike up. So they made an exception to try and, you know, stretch and make things happen, and I appreciate that. You know, that's a step towards restoring my faith, I guess, you know, in the brand. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at, headspace wise. Otherwise, if I'm talking about the vehicle, dude, the vehicle is good, yeah. The bike's very good. I totally dig it. Jessica digs it. It's always a pleasure riding on the bike. So anyways, that's that. I'm on my way home now, and hopefully, you know, I don't end up getting too much of rain. So yeah, I'm gonna put off the camera in a bit, and I shall just go on my way. Okay, so I guess that's it for the video. There's a new KFC joint coming up. I'm happy. McDonald's also opening close by apparently, so good. Happy. All for KFC. So yeah. Anyways, on that happy note, I shall say thank you all for watching. Take care, stay safe, and God bless. Bye.